Hi everyone. I wanted to do another video about a book that I really find fun and I wanted to share with everyone. I saw an interview on Gaiam TV with Regina Meredith on her Open Minds program, which again I've mentioned before is one of my favorite shows. She had an interview, this is several years back actually, it was an old one that I watched, and it was with a woman named Jean Slater. And Jean came up with a really great little program to help people ask for help in ways they never thought they could before, possibly. So she has this little book called Hiring from the Heavens. It's a easy little read. It's actually a very tiny little book. It's called Hiring from the Heavens, A Practical Guide to Developing Working Relationships with the Spirits of Creation. And really what it is, it's a program that she kind of sets out, a protocol basically that you follow, asking for spiritual help from spiritual experts on the other side. So if you say you're having a party you're putting together and you're not really good at planning parties and there's a lot of stress involved and you're anxious about, doing the invites right and what do I, have to feed people and where do people sit and all these problems that come with it, you basically take out one of her worksheets. You create a spiritual committee for what you need help with. You hire spiritual experts in the things that you need help with. So say if you're doing the party, you might need a spiritual specialist in organizing, a party planner, or a spiritual caterer, or a spiritual psychologist to help with how you're going to put people together or sitting next to each other or whatever. So you ask for all of these specialists and you're very specific about it, and then you give them job duties. So you give them job duties and then you just kind of let it go and you say a nice little prayer at the end, about how you're putting this out to them for assistance, for the highest good of all involved, and thank you for your help, and you just kind of let it go. So what I do is I fill these out, and for whatever I need help for, it could be from, I need some assistance trying to figure out how I'm going to get everything done this weekend. Maybe I need a spirit, I was helping my daughter make a dress for Halloween. I need a spiritual seamstress to help me get through this. And so you fill these out, I fill them out, I kind of put them somewhere special, and then when the event or the project or whatever it is I need help with is over, I look at it and I see if it's come true or if, I really did get assistance from these people. Well, I should say spirits, experts. And I have found that every single time it works for me. And I think it's so much fun because I just sort of think, this is a problem that's kind of big. You know what? Instead of getting all worked up and anxious about it and stressed out, I just go, hey, you know what? I'm just going to ask for some help. And so I do, and it always works. So basically, Jean is just saying, look, she's very clear about it in her interview and in her book, which is a great little book, about how they're just waiting there for somebody to ask for assistance. They're just waiting for somebody to call on them for their help. And they're there as soon as you call. They really are. It's pretty cool. In this book, she's got a lot of stories about how other people have had things that have happened to them doing these worksheets. That's really amazing. So that's also fun to read and kind of get confirmation about. And I've given it to my friends. I've given it to my sister. My daughter's tried it. My friends that have tried it, I've kind of had fun with it because I'm sort of like, hey, you know what? Why don't you just try it and see what happens? What's it going to hurt, right? And I got to tell you, every time it works. And sometimes it works in ways that they just can't kind of bypass saying that there wasn't some sort of divine help there. So I think it's pretty fun, and it kind of shows them that it takes that fear out of, am I asking the right way? Am I asking the right kind of questions? Am I asking the right people? Am I praying to God the right way? Am I doing all my whatever it is that you do? This is not a religious situation. This is just you asking for divine spiritual guidance from experts in whatever you need help with. And it's really cool. It's really, really cool. And it's really fun. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. If you have any questions about it, definitely email me at Dana@connectingthedots.life. Go to my website. I'm going to put this book up as soon as I can, and with some more details on it, and a link to the video if you're interested on the Gaiam TV network. And that's about it. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, and if you want to share, if you do this and you want to share some of your stories with me, I would love to hear them. I think they're so much fun, and it's fun seeing people, these things working for people who, kind of are a little skeptical, and, and it's really fun. So anyway, that's about it. So have a great day, and blessings to you and your family.